Okay, I'm going to review long multiplication, of course, using the standard algorithm. That's the one we should be getting used to anyway as we get older. This is always going to be important when we're doing operations in math to stay neat, and we're lining up the place values appropriately. Now you're going to see how important this is in a moment. Now in most cases you should annex a 0 as a placeholder when multiplying by place values higher than the ones. Now this will become apparent as we move on in the examples. When we do multiply, it is important to write a line. This is very, very different than adding or subtracting. In adding or subtracting, we should always align the place values, and we should always align the decimals when adding or subtracting, but not with multiplication. With multiplication, we're going to right align the digits. That just is the easier way to do it. I also want to make sure you're aware that with multiplication, it is commutative. So it doesn't matter which order you put it. You could put the top number could be the first or the second factor. The bottom number could be the first or second factor. It just is going to be up to you as towards preference. Now, it'll make a difference in the second example that I'm going to show you in a moment. Okay, so let's start working. Okay, so here we have 456 times 37. I'm going to put the first number first, 456 times 37. Now, as I said, right aligned. That means they all go here. Now, keep in mind they are aligned by place value here, but that's just coincidental. When we get into decimal multiplication, that's why I want you to get into the habit of doing it right aligned. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through this. Now, first we multiply the second factor's one place. So we're going to take this 7, and we're going to multiply it by all the first number. So we do 7 ones times 6, which is 42. We, of course, regroup the 4, put it over here, and now we do 7 ones times 5 tens. That's going to be 35 tens plus the 4, that's 39. So I put the 9 here, and I regroup it into the 300s here. So 7 ones times 4 hundreds is 28 hundreds plus the 3. That's going to give me 31 hundredths. Now, as you could see, these did fall into place. Now, what we're doing here in this algorithm is we're going to take this 3, which is really 3 tens, 30, and we're going to be multiplying it by this top number. Now, when we do that, what we will do to keep our place values in check is we will annex a 0 right here. We will always annex the 0 right here. And that way, everything has jumped up one place value by 10. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to put this here. Oh, it's not very transparent. So that tells me that I'm already done with that. Okay, well, I thought it would be a little bit tougher. So we're basically taking this and we're doing 30 times 6, but we've already got the 0 there. So 3 times 6 is going to be 18. We regroup and we put the 1 there. See, sometimes it's going to be tough to keep track of all of these numbers. 3 times 5 is 15 plus the 1, 6. We regroup, we put the 1 here. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1, 13. Now you can see I have everything lined up nicely here. Now what we do here is we add these. We add these two products that we've already found, partial products, that is. So we go 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 7, 17. regroup the 1 here. 6 and 1 is 8, and that's 8 hundreds. 3 thousandths and 3 thousandths is 6 thousandths. And then we have the 1 10,000. So we have 456 times 37 is equal to 16,872. Okay, easy enough. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. Now this one you could see I have 2 digits in the first number and 3 in the second. Now I'm going to set it up there. You could set it up any way you want. I'm going to set it up as given. I'm going to do 73 times 185. Now I want to align these numbers so I know that the 7 and the 8 go, they line up, and then the 5 underneath the 3. Okay, I have that set up. Now I start out in the ones place as usual. Start out in the ones place here. 5 times 3 is 15. I carry the 1. 5 times 7 is 35, plus the 1 is 36. I don't have anything else, so I'm going to put a 36 here. Now I'm going to go to the tens place. Now because I'm going to the tens place, the 8, I'm going to annex 1 0, because that's in the tens place, so I annex 1 0, the tens place. Then I go 8 times 3 is 24, and I regroup my 2 here. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 2 is 58. You can see I'm keeping them lined up nicely in place values. Now I go to this 100ths. Now because I'm going to the hundreds, I'm going to annex 2 zeros in these places here as placeholders to make sure I've moved up to the hundreds place. 1 times 7 is 3. Don't have to regroup anything. And 1 times 7 is 7. And I go ahead and I add those up. Now I did of course have that box there. I was going to use it, but I figured didn't have to here. 5 plus 0 plus 0, those are the ones. 6 tens, 4 tens gives me 10 tens. So I put that there. I regroup my 1. I have 100, 300s, 800s, 300s. That's going to be 1500s. 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 3 is 14, plus another one is 15. So I have my 500s. I regroup one of them here, and I have 1,000, 5,000, 7,000, and that's going to give me 13,000. So I just write that here, 13. You could see how nicely aligned these are here with that. That's important. So 73 times 185 is 13,505. I'm going to do one more example. That's 3-digit by 3-digit, I think it is. And that way I could just the extension. And you could keep going with these, but this will be the extent of ours. 765 times 394. Now this is a little bit of work, I do agree, but it's something that you should be able to do. And I'll tell you this, if I didn't have to do it on this computer, I bet you I would be very, very quick with it. And you would be as well. You would be very, very fast at it. So let's go ahead and start. We start in the ones. 4 times 5 is 20. We regroup. We have the 2. 4 times 6 is 24 plus the 2, 26. We regroup. 4 times 7 is 28, and we get 30 when we add the 2. I now go to the tens place. When I go to the tens place, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to annex a 0. as a placeholder there. And I'm going to start. 9 times 5 is 45. Oh, 45. Having a little tough time with the mouse now. So let me fix that. Okay. So 45, I regroup, and I put the 4 here. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 4 is 67. Oh, look what I did. I actually skipped. I'm sorry. I should have put that 4 here. I got a little... I need to be, of course, neat and orderly. So 9 times 6 is 54, plus the 8, plus the 4 is 58. And I regroup, add my 5 here. 9 times 7 is still 63, plus the 5 is 68. You can see I've actually, because I didn't, I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it does get frustrating with this. Okay. You can see that I didn't set it up at the beginning right. I'm already a little bit skewed over into my margin here. Now I'm going to the 300s, so I'm going to annex 2. I'm going to put 2 zeros as placeholders here, just to make sure I know that I'm multiplying by the hundreds. 3 times 5 is 15. There's that crazy. I regroup my 1. 3 times 6 is 18, plus the 1 is 19. Yeah, I got to clean that up. Let me regroup the 1 here. I'm going to come back. Okay, now I have 3 times 7 is 21, plus the 1 is 22. And then we add them all up. I certainly do need better equipment for this. Okay, scroll down a little. 0 in the ones, I have 0. 5 tens, 6 ones is going to give me 11 tens. Regroup, put the 1 here. 1, 8, and 5, that's going to be 14. 1. I'm going to do 9 plus 1 because that's easy. That's 10. Plus 8, 18. Plus 3 is 21. I regroup with the 2. 2 and 6 and 2 is 10. I regroup. And then I have my 3. So you can see, go ahead and make it look a little bit less strange. Okay, that looks good. So we see that 765 times 394 is 1,410. Okay, that's about it. Good luck with this.